And there's a man who is master of everything that he surveys. He is fast becoming a serial winner, Jurgen. But then, immediately, was the answer, wasn't it? One Champions League final, followed by a success, Super Cup, World Club Cup, and now...
Congratulations, Liverpool, on your first title win in 30 years.
Sammy Huppy is here, as you've seen. We're hoping that Ryan Giggs rejoins us. If not, you can find Ryan on HD2 now. He's with Ayman Jadran. Here's the score of the first goal today.
Virgil, the celebrations at the end told the story, really. How special was that victory for you guys?
Was it that special, the victory? The celebration in the end?
Alisson ran the length of the field, yeah.
Obviously, like, when he gets an assist, it's obviously pretty special, but it's just a very important 3 points. We know it was going to be tough. It's Manchester United. It's a massive game in England, and we all knew it. We all felt it. Obviously, well-deserved 3 points. Some great football, some at times big chances. We should have done better, maybe, make it a little bit easier, but in the end we tried to defend together as well. We did well.
Fans around me said that was the first time they'd heard "We're going to win the league," that song sung here at Anfield this season. Did you notice that?
No. Yeah, no, I was probably too focused in the game, and you're always going to be having those things, the fans believing, but we all know, and I think the mentality we have in the dressing room is that we don't get carried away. We all know that anything can happen, and we're just focusing on the next games ahead of us, and that's the only thing.
Not carried away at all, even 16 points clear with the game in hand, not even for a moment, a little bit carried away?
No, not at all. Unlucky, isn't it? No, not at all. We just, I think that's the good thing. What we experienced last year made us this, made a mentality that we have right now. We started the second half of the season, and we all know how many games there's still left, and anything's possible. So what we try to do is improve where it needs improvement, try to stay fit, and enjoy the games as well. We all enjoy playing at the moment, and we're in a good situation too.
And enjoy scoring as well. Thank you, Virgil.
Thank you.
That's standard from down the years at Liverpool, one game at a time, even now. But he is calmness personified, Van Dijk, isn't he?
Yeah. I think he's the best centre back in the world at the moment, and
what sets him apart from the rest?
I think pretty much he has no weakness. He has no weakness, and the fact when he came, I think Liverpool was lacking a leadership a little bit. That it was too much on James Milner and Jordan Henderson, and when Van Dijk came, they took the weight of them too, and there was another leader on the field more, and he gives confidence to everyone. He gets everyone to play better around him, and I think one other point which was very important was Alisson. I think people forget Alisson sometimes that he's a top class goalkeeper, and when he came, it was a different level how Liverpool was defending.
I can't disagree with one word of that, certainly about Virgil van Dijk. I obviously saw him play at Celtic and saw potential in a young player. He grew at Southampton, I feel. He still, I didn't think, was quite the finished article, but he was a very impressive centre-back. He's got height, he's as big as the big man here. What are you, 6'4", 6'5"? He must be that. So, but that also, like Sammy, he can jump, Richard. He's not a big lad there's a lot of big lads 6'5" can't jump very well. He can, he's got wonderful spring. So he's a giant of a centre-back. He's quick. He's very quick. Not many people can run past him. Another bonus. He organises with a young team around him, Joe Gomez, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Andrew Robertson, and experience. He organises them. He talks to them. He pulls them into position. He manoeuvres them around the football pitch. Hugely important for centre-back to do that. And I just, there's nothing I dislike about him at all, and he's a threat at the other end of the pitch. But there were probably two headers that were more important than that for me, and that was later on in the game when he was defending corners. And of course, Joe Gomez is not the biggest, Trent Alexander-Arnold isn't, Andrew Robertson is it? Gio Wijnaldum is fairly big, so is Henderson. But the one man they rely on when they're under pressure like that is the centre-back.
Not giving any secrets away here, because John Collins, who was at the time assistant manager at Celtic, sat there and said when he was ringing Liverpool, his mate Gary McAllister, to say, look, we've got one here, come and get him. Liverpool's view then was, he's not quick enough.
Wow.
He's quick enough now.
He's quick.
What changed?
I don't know.
No, do you know when you're 6'4" or 5" and you've got legs the length of these guys have got, you can go across the football pitch and not look quick.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? You know, I would take 2 strides for his one, so he'd be kind of looking like he's jogging. I'd be busting
towards the end of your career, probably 3.
Right, steady. That's something called for.
But they can't be that blind that if they see him play, that they say that he's not quick enough.
John was looking to do him a favour and obviously bring money to Celtic as a result of it. Some kind. In the end, Southampton bought him. But
do you know there was one? I remember talking to John about that, and even when he was at Southampton, it was a couple of times that what they were saying about was when he got caught upfield and he's young, and it was turned over the top of him. Him getting round, he was a little cumbersome trying to spin round and chase somebody. I think that's gone now. I don't think that's a problem now for him, but they were alluding to that fact when he was a little younger. That was his problem, that he couldn't spin off and get back in if somebody spun over the top of him. So, but that's never been a problem for him now. Certainly not at Liverpool.
And now when I see him defending, his body position is already that direction where he then needs to run. So maybe he was too square.
Maybe
to wait for.
And everything he does the other end is a bonus, like scoring the opening goal today.
Well, he's got 4 Premier League goals. Oh, and that one's important tonight. It was too easy for him. You can't give him a free header.
No.
You know, it's like. You used to like that. If you get a free header in 6-yard box, it's not bad, is it?
No, it's not bad. I've been waiting that he's scoring more goals. That it's because he's massive, and when he comes and he jumps, nobody can stop him. So.
He's huge, isn't he? But as we said when we saw it earlier, and we'll get Ryan Giggs' thoughts on this in just a moment. There's a foul in there that went unpunished because it wasn't spotted.
Yeah, Joe Gomez did his work. I mean, if Joe was told, listen, Harry Maguire's the best, if you just get a hold of him, block him off, then that will help our cause. You watch him again, Joe Gomez. Maguire's there, he's marking space, so he's already looking at Van Dijk coming in, little hand round the body just to hold him out of the way. Not much of a complaint from...
Yeah, nobody's criticising.
No. Ryan's back. Foul, Ryan? No foul?
I don't think it was a
You're
foul.
not giving that?
No.
I would have given it.
Would you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think it was a
because
foul.
that's why the VAR is there. That these kind of situations.
Well, that's interesting. Manchester United, no foul.
Yeah,
Liverpool, foul.
I didn't think it was a foul. I think you've got to be stronger.
I think it would have been soft, Ryan, but I do think, had it been the other way around, I think that...
He's grabbed him, look. He's got his arms around him.
He does enough to stop Harry getting there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
There's no complaint from Maguire, that was the thing.
No complaint from anybody in a United jersey.
Well, it happened that quickly.
Yeah. What about the one that was disallowed? Foul on the keeper.
I thought that was a foul. Yeah, in this day and age, it's a foul. I mean, I could not believe he didn't give it live, because whether it is a foul or not, goalkeepers get these 99% of the time.
It's not a foul, is it? It's just a straightforward challenge.
Well, if you analysed it in slow motion, then probably it's not. But in real time, goalkeepers get them every day.
Well, do you know who was in the VR bunker the day that Calvert-Lewin forced an own goal at Old Trafford? Craig Pawson.
Do you know what I think goes against him in the VAR and the VR bunker is the fact that he's pretty much taking a couple of steps and Van Dijk is moving and as he jumps he comes through the air into De Gea. And I think that influences. I agree with
just
Ryan.
Back to what we said earlier, Ryan. The bottom line is Craig Pawson should be invited to go and look at that, shouldn't he? And check his own decision rather than that's a subjective decision. You can't agree here on whether it's a foul or not. So the referee, the match referee, should just be across at the monitor and have a second look and make his mind up.
Yeah,
sure.
and like I said before the game, I think that just helps with the atmosphere in the stadium. That actually the man on because everyone makes mistakes. Okay, I've gone over and he's actually made a decision. I've made a mistake. I've not seen it right. Okay, get on with the game.
I think,
and it's quicker, I think.
And especially that one, you could tell by Manchester United players, he knew he'd made a mistake. I think because the protests were so vociferous and right in his face. He must have thought, I hope he disallows that.
I hadn't thought about it, but there could be a charge for failing to control your players to follow that for Manchester United.
Get off you.
Sorry.
It's interesting that David gets booked for it. He gets booked for it, and it's a foul.
Well, it shouldn't be booked.
I think the booking will be rescinded, or would now not count as a result of the decision being changed. That would be my view. I could be wrong, but there we are. Do you think he deserved anything out of it?
I thought it was a really good game, especially second half. I thought overall probably Liverpool looked the most dangerous, created the chances, but United were definitely in the game. And the last 20 minutes it looked like they were only the one who were going to score a goal. So they kept in the game, but Liverpool at times were fantastic, especially after they scored that first goal.
What about the second goal?
Yeah, fantastic. I mean, I played with a goalkeeper, Peter Schmeichel. As soon as he caught it, I'm off and running, because I knew that he could deliver.
But he was throwing it.
He was throwing it most of the time. But this technique that you've seen over the years off goalkeepers, they practice it all the time. And of course, United are pushing now, so you can expect there's no one to be at home at the back. But it's great strength, great composure. And Salah's first goal against United. Hence why he's so happy, as well as knowing it's the win.
Took Ian Rush a lot longer.
Yeah.
But eventually he got one, Rushy.
It's just, I mean, he has to hold it up a little bit. His upper body strength there to keep control of the football and fend off Daniel James at the same time. It's just terrific. Just watch the way he uses his right arm, comes out, just there, get out of the way, then again. Just fantastic.
Almost as strong as you.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled by the framework. I was stronger than I looked.
You would do that week in, week out. If Schmeichel caught a ball, you're gone.
Gone. Yeah. And of course, he's cheating a little bit, because no one's marking him. It's the last minute of the game, so why not? And he knows that his goalkeeper can produce that sort of kick.
Okay, more from Ryan and Sammy just a minute before we've heard from Jurgen Klopp.
Congratulations, Jurgen. Can you put into words that elation, that emotion at the end when Mo scored?
Oh, my big relief, big relief. I was really happy with 85-90% of the game. Was brilliant what we played here tonight. Dominated the game. We, especially in the first half already, but then it was always like first half, the last 10 minutes I didn't like too much. But I learned to take it, because the energy level the boys put on the pitch is incredible. So, and I would say on a completely normal day we would have scored in the first half already 2 or 3 times. We scored 3 times, but they were disallowed. It's okay. And then especially after half time when we came out, we can decide the game in that period. Until 60-65 minutes we should have been up much more clear. And and then of course it's like it is. United has obviously quality, and put a bit not under pressure, but they played a bit more football, and then we had to defend and made here or there little mistakes. Didn't use our possession well enough, and so the game stays open. That's how it is with 1-0. And then he scored that wonderful goal, and the 2-0 was a very good feeling.
There was only moments to go, so when Alston's got the ball, are you thinking, keep it or throw it?
No. The things like this are clear. So when Mo was completely alone, so you have to try it, and it was a wonderful assist.
The more the game went on, were you thinking, for whatever reason, my front three, they just don't score against Manchester United? They had several chances. Bobby Firmino scores, the goal is disallowed. You must think this is all some sort of curse.
No, I don't even know. You tell me now they don't score against United. I didn't know before. I don't think about things like this, so that there's there's nothing to do with the opponent. All 3 up front, all of the boys tonight played an exceptional game. Yeah, but the defending of the front three is outstanding. Situation of the game for me was when Mo was in our own box and defended there. The only problem was he passed the ball to a Man United player, but he closed the wide wing, which is very important for us in situations like this. We defend our life, and so everybody has to be involved, and that was great. I said all the boys, what a performance again against an opponent with the quality of United and the setup of United. It was about, I think Ola will say the same. They want to annoy us, they want to distract our game, they want to defend, they want to counter-attack and stuff like this. They had moments when they played football, but was not too often, but in all the other moments it's just difficult against them to create chances, but we did it. Wow. I mean, the manner we created chances was really exceptional. It was really a next step tonight.
And to give you extra satisfaction when you score from a clever set piece?
So I have to say thank you to Peter Kravitz and our analysts, because they put so much effort in these set pieces. And yesterday we had a discussion after the training, because I thought it's 6 player in the box. Hendo was involved as well, and then protection by Oxlade-Chamberlain and Mo Salah. I thought we should discuss it once again, and then we did it. And at the end we stayed with what the boys told me, and so. And then in the end, it was clear the first post area that we want to come there, but we had Hendo was completely free in the second post area. If the ball is a bit higher, then he could have scored maybe. But so I take it like it is.
You've been absolutely consistent in all your interviews. You've said, look, we've done nothing, we've won nothing, we've achieved nothing. I'm not interested in records or anything like that. How much harder will that be for you now to keep a lid on it? You heard the crowd today. We're going to win the league.
Oh, they can sing that, but they sang that a couple of times in the past, I think. That's absolutely no problem. That's always like it is. Everybody should celebrate the situation, apart from us. So that's easy as that. And we have no problem with that. So it's just nothing changed. We have exactly the same situation, plus 3 points than before the game, which is great, wonderful, unbelievable, but nothing else changed. So I tell you immediately in the moment when it feels different. So far it feels exactly the same always.
So you don't feel it's another game gone, 16-point lead, is that not an unassailable lead?
I have no idea, to be honest, if we are to catch or not or whatever. I don't care. It's first and foremost, it's a Premier League. So, and if you in the Premier League, we play on Thursday Wolves. They played an exceptional comeback last night. Then they have not the results they wanted, but they have caused us here a lot of problems. They will have caused their problems. So it's the next massive challenge we face. And why should I think about more than that? I'm not smart enough to do that, to be honest. I'm not enough space in my brain to think about different things. So we will prepare Wolves, try our best, and we will see.
Thank you, Jürgen. Well done.
Welcome.
Is he saying and doing the right things?
Yeah, I mean.